Welcome to Muslim Apologetics Australia. I have a breaking news for you for the second part of the video. Remember how I debated a Christian and in part one how he couldn't refute the arguments and he lost the debate, so instead he called a Jew to help him. He tagged a Jew to help him. Well, that Jew obviously admitted that I was right, that the Muslim position was right in my arguments. And remember how when the Jew turned on the Christian was left in a very awkward position. So what he did was he no longer wished to put his trust in a Jew to give him help. He called a Christian called Mark Bennett, who's a Christian apologist online. And I have breaking news for you. Mark Bennett viewed and reviewed my debate with the Christian, and look at Mark Bennett's response. So we'll click on it. It's on the Facebook. And the page will open up. And Mark Bennett writes, he says, "Yeah, I have to agree with Mustafa." So he agrees with me as well, that if what the man said in the video is true, then Paul is guilty of a form of deception. Look, he's admitting that Paul is guilty of deception, that the Apostle Paul is guilty of deception. He then says, Robert lost this debate. Oh my God, look at this. This is Robert Silvio, who was debating with me. He says, Robert lost this debate. And he argues and says, why is he tagging me and Shem, who are contradicting and exposing him? So Mark Bennett got pretty annoyed why he was actually being tagged into this debate when Mark admits that Robert lost the debate. I honestly applaud Mark's honesty here. Mark reviewed the debate and he admits that Robert lost the debate as a Christian, and Mark is getting annoyed why he's even being tagged here. Now, Muslim apologists, please take note. Mark Bennett also admits that there was a possibility that Paul is guilty of committing a form of deception. Remember how Paul claimed that he was under the law of the Jews, but he was not under the law of the Jews in the book of Corinthians? This is Mark Bennett admitting that Paul is guilty of a form of deception. Have a look. Here you go. I'll blow up the screen where you can see Mark admitting that. Here you go. Paul is guilty of a form of deception. You can see this is a Christian who is Mark Bennett, Christian apologist, admits that there's a possibility that Paul himself was guilty of deception. So there you have it, folks. A Christian lost the debate. It's confirmed by Mark Bennett, the Christian apologist, and confirmed by a Jew that I was right in my arguments. And there you have it. A Christian and a Jew agrees with me that he lost the debate, that the Christian called Robert lost the debate in his attempts to prove whether Christians and Jews are supposed to follow the law, and I proved the hypocrisy, how they are supposed to follow the law. So there you have it, folks. A Christian and a Jew has confirmed a Muslim has won the debate. And interestingly, Mark even calls his apostle guilty of form of deception.